And have you ever wondered why we procrastinate, even when we know it's detrimental to our progress? Procrastination, that sly habit of delaying tasks, is a common occurrence. It isn't just about a lack of discipline or motivation. It's a complex, multifaceted beast that often rears its head when we least expect it. Take a moment to consider the scenarios where you find yourself procrastinating. Is it when you're facing a large project, or perhaps when the task at hand seems daunting or even boring? Here's the thing. Procrastination is often less about the task itself and more about our internal responses to it. Fear of failure, striving for perfection, and the avoidance of discomfort are all potent drivers of procrastination. Whether it's the dread of starting a difficult task or the perfectionist's fear of making a mistake, these are all manifestations of our subconscious, trying to steer us away from discomfort and towards the familiar. Procrastination is a complex issue, deeply rooted in our psychology. It's not just about being lazy or undisciplined. So, how can Stoicism help us overcome procrastination? Well, let's dive into that, shall we? Stoicism offers us a unique perspective on procrastination. It teaches us to understand and accept our fears and discomforts as they are part and parcel of the human experience. You see, procrastination often stems from a fear of discomfort. We fear the stress of a looming deadline, the challenge of a complex task, or the potential failure that might come with it. But Stoicism advises us to face these fears head-on, to acknowledge them, and then carry on regardless. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This is particularly true with procrastination. We often imagine the task ahead to be more daunting than it actually is, causing us to delay starting it. But Stoics advise us to focus on the present moment, the task at hand, rather than dwelling on future discomforts. By accepting that discomfort is part of the process, we can stop avoiding tasks and start tackling them head-on. Another key principle of Stoicism is understanding what is within our control and what is not. We can't control how complex a task is or how others will react to our work. But we can control our actions and our attitudes. When it comes to procrastination, the only thing truly in our control is the decision to start or not to start a task. This means that we should focus less on the potential outcomes of a task and more on the action of doing it. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Demand not that events should happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and your life will be serene." Applying this wisdom to procrastination, we can learn to embrace tasks as they come, rather than wishing they were easier or more enjoyable. The Stoic approach encourages us to take action even in the face of discomfort or fear of failure. It reminds us that we have the power to overcome procrastination by focusing on what we can control, our actions and attitudes. This isn't to say that Stoicism makes overcoming procrastination easy. It doesn't. But it does provide a practical framework to help us face our fears and discomforts, and to take action despite them. So the next time you find yourself procrastinating, remember the Stoic principles. Accept that the task might be uncomfortable. Acknowledge that you can't control the complexity of the task or the reactions of others. But remember that you can control your actions. You can choose to start. Stoicism provides a practical way to deal with procrastination, focusing on action rather than avoidance. Now that we've seen how Stoicism can help, let's discuss some practical steps to apply these principles in our daily lives. Firstly, setting realistic goals is paramount. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control and let go of what's not. Therefore, when setting goals, ensure they are achievable and within your control. If you aim to write a book, for instance, don't fret about whether it will become a bestseller. Instead, focus on writing the best book you can. Secondly, focus on the present moment. The Stoics believed that the past is unchangeable and the future is uncertain. Therefore, it's the present moment that truly matters. When you find yourself procrastinating, remind yourself that the only moment you can act is now. This mindset can help you overcome inertia and take that first important step. Thirdly, accept failure as a part of the process. Stoicism encourages us to view failure not as a catastrophe, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. When you stumble, don't berate yourself for falling short. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This shift in perspective can be incredibly empowering and can help you bounce back from setbacks with resilience and determination. Lastly, practice mindfulness. By cultivating an awareness of your thoughts and emotions, you can catch yourself when you start to procrastinate. Mindfulness allows you to step back and observe your thoughts without judgment. You can then choose to redirect your focus back to the task at hand. Incorporating these practices into your daily routine won't happen overnight. It's a journey, not a destination. But by consistently applying these principles, you can make significant strides in overcoming procrastination. Remember, the key to overcoming procrastination is not to fight it, but to understand it. And Stoicism provides a powerful framework for this understanding. To sum up, procrastination is not just about laziness or lack of discipline. It's a complex issue deeply rooted in our fears, insecurities, and the overwhelming nature of our tasks. But as we've explored, there's an ancient philosophy that offers a different perspective on this modern problem: Stoicism. In the context of procrastination, Stoicism urges us to see beyond the immediate discomfort of starting a task. It prompts us to understand that our fear of failure or judgment is often the root cause of our procrastination, and that these fears are, in fact, within our control. We've also discussed some practical steps to apply Stoicism in our lives. It begins with observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, recognizing our fears, and understanding their irrational nature. Next is to practice voluntary discomfort, to condition ourselves to face challenges head-on rather than avoid them. And lastly, we should cultivate the habit of reflecting on our day, our actions, and our progress to keep ourselves on track. The beauty of Stoicism is that it doesn't promise a quick fix. Instead, it offers a way of life, a philosophy that can help us face not just procrastination, but any challenges that life throws our way. And so, as we step into the world, armed with the wisdom of Stoicism, let's remember that the power to overcome procrastination, to push beyond laziness, lies not in some external force, but within us. The power to act, to change, to grow, lies in our hands. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and you'll find yourself well equipped to combat procrastination and laziness. Remember, the power to change lies within you. For more wisdom like this, stay with us, comment and subscribe.